Love, there's so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love. Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love. Hey, you guys. That song has been resounding in my mind. So I wanted to do a reading for it. And I was trying to stay clear of romance, but it was too pressing. The message is not too overbearing, but very adamant. Okay. That song was an excerpt from Musiq Soulchild's Love that was on his I Just Want to Sing album. It was released in 2000, and I put the details in the description box, also with a link so that you can watch the video and hear it for yourself, so you can feel the resonance of this song. Now, I am using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, also the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and the Illest Tarot. Yes, this is Tupac, a likeness of Tupac. And Shannon Doherty. But anyway, and Felicity. I can't remember her real name. But the Illest Tarot is by Christy Prokopiak. And it's a very cool ass deck. So, yeah. Let me get started, because I laid out the Rider-Waite deck first as the music played. This is how I do my musical tarot. I pick messages as I'm listening to and feeling the song itself. So this correlates with the song, whomever it is for. Now, there has been a long, drawn-out process here. This card was the only one that didn't want to be seen just yet. But this has been going on for so long, and there needs to be a definitive decision made about it. And the thing is, at this stage, this person experiencing this already knows what has to happen. They don't want it to, they know it's going to happen. They go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Cups with almost the same stance. This Two of Swords and this Judgment card, that cross is resembling, to me, the arms folded here in this Two of Swords. Two of Cups. It is related to the Two of Cups. So it is a soulmate partnership that is dissolving, and it's long overdue. It's just very difficult to absorb that thought that this will no longer exist within my life. This will no longer be a part of my reality. And the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck clarifies that it's time to move forward, and this person knows it, but they're taking their time to go through the process. They know it has to be done. There's no doubt about that. It's just some dragging of the feet that's happening. So none of this is a shock. None of this is a surprise. It's just been lingering for, it could be 7 years old. It could be 7 months. Or the decision being decided for a 7. 7 is a very mystical number, so I wouldn't be surprised if that came into play somewhere. But anywho, we have a past situation. Probably known this person quite a while. Either friend of the family, was together at a younger age. Doesn't necessarily have to be childhood, but someone that brings those memories back to the forefront as far as the innocence, or at a time when you were still naive to things. So there has been a lot of learning, a lot of maturity within this situation. The Six of Cups all the way to the Seven of Pentacles, that just one, that's a hell of a lot of growth that this person has influenced you to partake, to transform through, to grow through. And that sentimental value makes it hard to release it. It has to be done. This is not news. The decision has already been made. It had already been made. It's just wanting to kind of skip over this part. Like, yes, I've made the decision, but if I don't say it just yet, I can sit for a little longer with this. It's like knowing you're going to. I love animals, but when okay, I have an older animal and I have to take it to the vet, and we have to go through this process of helping it transition over to ease the pain and suffering, to end the suffering. It's knowing what has to be done, but not just give me a little while longer. Okay, I just need 5 more minutes and then I'll be ready to go, I promise. Because it has so much to do with being tired of feeling brokenhearted when it's nothing current. I mean, it's heartbreaking to have to put something of such sentiment to rest and to really close this chapter with the world and the judgment here. And it is causing inner conflict, but also a defensiveness, and just knowing that if anything pops off, I might snap, because I'm in such a fragile place right now that I really can't pick up anything else that is tumultuous, that would tear me apart at this moment, because I'm dealing with something so thick. So it is fragile. It is time sensitive too. So even though this person wants to take their time and get through it, it's pressing that this be wrapped up to avoid any future hostilities that may come from lingering in this energy for too long. It could also be that the hostilities are what make this definite. So the process of walking away would be more complete, more resolute. Now we have the thinking man that is underneath this deck, and he relates oh wow, that crystal looks so glowy in this camera. Oh my gosh. I know it looks good when I look at it, but I didn't realize the haze, the glow of that crystal he's holding. It relates to me, to the King of Swords. But that thinking man, he's not just using his logic here. He's using spirit too. Like asking, you shall receive. And he has a feather in his hat, and I relate that to messages, when I find feathers. But there are feathers there as well. So he's getting information so that he can make a definite decision, okay, to move forward. And here underneath this deck is the Three of Wands. So the messages are replaying. They're definitely replaying. And this King of Cups here, you got to keep your head up. It's a Tupac Shakur reference for those who don't listen to rap or hip hop or know anything about him. The way I see it is he's looking in a down motion. You can't tell if his eyes are open or closed, but with this wheel of fortune being reversed, he's looking down at a time when the wheel was up. He's looking at the things that were on the wheel that were up that are now down. And it's delaying the progress of the things trying to come over that hump in the Wheel of Fortune. It's trying to spin, but he's dwelling so much on what's ending with this 10 here at the bottom of the wheel that it's getting harder and harder for him to push his spirit to accept the flow of things. He's really delaying what's happening, male or female. But the King of Cups energy is really immersed in the situation at hand. And it's not present. It's something that has expired to a certain extent. And it just has to, it's like almost like hoarding now. And it doesn't feel fair. Like, he is unable, this King of Cups is unable to see why this is necessary. And it feels as if it's not fair. Well, why does it feel like this? Why does it have to turn out this way? And if he could just remove, he would see he has a new opportunity coming in. That everything in between them, in between the situation, had to go. And that was this Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Justice card. They're really ushering out this cycle here. This was not just. This was not abundant and fortunate in this situation. And this has to be removed. So even with the King of Swords energy, twice, with the thinking man and the King of Swords there, this King of Cups has to open his eyes. He has to realize. He has to look up and realize what's sitting right in front of him. He's got his back turned. His focus is elsewhere. Focus. Focus. Your focus needs more focus. This is over with. This broken heart in this world, that's over with. Okay? 9, 29. I would cancel out these 9s and look at that too. It's potential for a new partnership. 26 and 27, they're cards that go in sequence. It's like that last battle before the end. You can just walk away at any time, or you can keep this tense energy here. I mean, it's just having to be solidified, and not just in the mind, but in the actions as well. Because right now, no action wants to be taken. And that's an action as well. That will further delay the Wheel of Fortune. Not making a decision, not, sticking to a decision, but not acting on it, not doing anything to support the process of that decision being made. This negative thinking, negative feeling, dwelling in those negative feelings will keep Oh, I said Two of Cups earlier. There. They're right behind him. It's coming. It's right behind him. And the High Priestess. Would you look at that? He ain't even know it. Ooh. This was great. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, that Queen of Swords looks mad. But yeah, the King of Cups, he is coming up as a king right now. And I don't always see the King of Cups as a person who's emotionally mature. I think he has the capacity to be fully matured in his emotions. Some people don't have that large capacity for love. And I think the King of Cups has a larger capacity to hold and to give. That's what makes him the king to me. Even the swords, his capacity for the intellect and the words and the attitude and the things that naturally exude, it's more so a capacity. It's something that was built up, and it's regardless of age. I don't see age when I see these cards. I really don't, unless I'm looking at the Six of Cups compared to the Lovers or something like that. But there is no definitive age I would describe the King of Swords, you know, being 40 to 70 or no, because there's just too many Kings of Swords that are nowhere near that age. You understand? Even the King of Cups, he could be 25 or he could be 65. Or she. And the Page of Pentacles, I believe, is a person who is really learning how to do things in another manner when it relates to Pentacles, when it relates to that time, energy, effort. She looks very optimistic in this card. Like she's ready to take things on practically, but lightheartedly. You know, she doesn't have that seriousness of the Queen or the King, but that doesn't mean that she's not mature and that she's not ready. She's beginning something new. As a page, this is new to her. In reference to the King of Cups dealing with an old situation that has matured to an expiration date. So do you understand how I'm aging the cards? They could be the same exact age, and she could be well established even. But her approach to this situation is from a light perspective. It's not let's buy a house or an apartment together. It's hey, let's spend quality time. The Pentacles, the pageness of the Pentacles is, to me, the depth, the capacity that is exuded from the energy itself. So the King of Cups is matured in this situation that he is immersed in. But coming into the Page of Pentacles, if he could recognize that she's here, he may go from a king after dealing with this situation to a knight, page, or a queen. It depends, because if it's something new coming in, he could be represented as a queen, being receptive to her pageness, to her what she's providing. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have, and I'll see you guys again. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna put those links in the description box, and we'll chat later. Bye.